Hello everyone and welcome back to another album review, and in this video I'm going to review City Morgue Volume 2 As Good as Dead by City Morgue. This is the second project of City Morgue consisting of Zilla Kami, Sosmula and Thrax on production, and this is the follow-up to their very first album released the previous year. This is a new up-and-coming project going into some more aggressive and hardcore vibes of hip-hop and trap music, also combining it with some elements of nu metal, gangsta rap and even some emo rap, which is the case with the second album over here. It pretty much has all of the elements that you would expect in the previous album. Now, the very first one, it was an album that was kind of average and mediocre in my opinion. As far as I would see the potential for something better, considering that I like the works and the delivery from Zilla Kami, the whole thing in general was really short with lots of tracks that most of them were really short, really leading up to nothing that special in particular. And unfortunately that seems to be sort of the case with this brand new album over here. I mean, it's 17 tracks and it's only 34 minutes long. Most of the moments over here are about a minute and a half, consisting of some short verses and some really mindless and repetitive choruses here and there. This album though manages to keep things a bit more interesting and have some tracks that would stick a bit more with me, some ideas that will feel a bit better, like the album makes a great introduction in my opinion with the tracks Neck Brace and Inferior. Both of them I would consider to be some great bangers, and it's also with tracks like Neck Brace where you have some horrorcore vibes, with those samples that feel like they've taken out of retro horror movies. We quickly though get into some more mellow stuff with the third track Drano featuring Denzel Curry. I think this song though is one of the better ones when it comes to the whole emo rap stuff that they do and they present with this album. And what's kind of interesting with this one is that the melody of the guitar, it reminds me so much of Gallo Dance by Lebanon Hanover. This might actually be the sample just pitched down, but the whole touch, the whole feel of the song, it's quite good and decent in comparison with the very next track, They Give Up, which feels like a very poor attempt on just some emo rap that I don't really like. The album just seems to go back and forth after this point, just having your aggressive hard bangers and then just going to some emo rap stuff. Another highlight I would say is the track Splinter. It's a really nice banger in the album, but after this point we get into some of the very short tracks. After the sixth track, almost nothing else on the rest of this album manages to even get into the 2-minute mark. And so we have tracks that are like 1 minute and 50 seconds long, 1 minute and 30 seconds long, 1 minute and 40 seconds long. And this makes for some tracks that for the most part they feel like filler, they feel unfinished, they're way too short and they don't offer pretty much something that interesting to the album. And so the unfortunate part with all of this is that this album leaves me with nothing else to say. I really don't have that many more things to say about this album other than that. I would say that some of the last tracks managed to sound a bit more focused, but that results to some highlights like Mouthguard and other moments like the emo rap tracks Screaming at the Rain and Peeling Scabs that don't really sound all that good and are quite forgettable. This album has some better moments and some more memorable ones compared to the very first one, but I still don't think we got a satisfying and fulfilling experience. There could have been more to this album. It needs some tracks that feel more focused, feel more fleshed out, rather than just these shortcuts that lead up to almost nothing. I see the potential for something better in the future, as I believe that both Zilla Kami and Sosmula have some really nice and intense deliveries. I especially like Zilla Kami's really raspy and aggressive voice, and I think that it doesn't really work all that much into the emo rap stuff. I would prefer if they would focus on something more hard hitting, because this is the main sound they fit the most, and the album in general has a decent production, so There is the potential for something better, I just think that we still didn't get that with this album. I'm going to give City Morgue Volume 2 a 6 minus out of 10. What's your opinion on this album? Like it, dislike it, why, and what do you want me to review next time? Let me know down in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.